Okay guys, today's video is a real quickie. This is just going to be a basic little test on whether blueberries can take the heat with berries and without berries. About a week ago we had 3 days of a heat wave where it was 105, 106, 108, and I picked all the blueberries off before the heat wave hit because I was afraid they'd shrivel and turn into jerky. So the plants obviously did well with that. They bounced back, and you have to be careful when you miss these guys. This one I kind of sprayed it a little bit too late in the afternoon. It got a little cooked. That's about the only problem, but that was because of me. But the bushes, you water them in the morning, you water them in the evening, and they seem to be doing just fine. But this time, before we get into our next taste test, I'm going to leave these berries on here, and today is going to be 105. And I watered these things really well this morning, and since I'm kind of on a cement slab, I even sort of wet down the ground. I don't know if this is going to cause a problem with the light bouncing off, but you can see it's already starting to dry up. But I wet all this down, and it really helps keep the cement cool so I don't wind up cooking the planters. Still a good berry, but this nice cluster, I'm going to leave these guys. We're just going to do a little experiment, and there's another taste test coming up here. And this should be a pretty big taste test. We have like 4 or 5 things that are all ripening up at the same time. So let's see if Ka-Bluey can defend its crown. I can pick a few of those and we'll just see how they do. But anyways guys, this is about noon, and it's going to get awfully hot out here, but all I really do is I don't water the plants anymore. I watered them twice this morning and misted them, but I don't want any water on the leaves because they'll just fry. About all I do is I come out here and I spray a little water on the ground just to cool down the cement and cut the reflectiveness of that cement on there. So anyways, I'll do a little before and after here. See you in a few hours. Alright, and this is the next morning after the 105 degree. It was so hot out here all the way. By the time I finally remembered, it was basically almost dark, too dark to videograph anyways, but I gave him a nice watering this morning. This is right before you can tell by looking at the ground, right before the sun hits them, about 10:30ish or so. So they're still nice and lush. The blueberries, for the most part, took the heat just fine. Trying to get Austin out of bed today to pick these things is like a crowbar. But I might get a stray one in here. Might get a little bit shriveled, but I think that's just because they've been on here for a while. Like this guy. Where'd it go? You can tell this one's a little past its prime here. But for the most part, they hold up just fine. This is the cluster that I looked at yesterday as the experiment here. And this one's a little wrinkled, but not bad. Yeah, that's still plenty edible. Okay, so blueberries can take the heat. 105. Just water them really well morning and night. Water them going into it. Wow, look at those. Wonder which type that is. Whew, wow. That looks like Legacy, I think. Woo! Okay, on with the picking. But, yep, don't be afraid of super heat. The way this is set up, though, is they get some afternoon. The sun drops and it goes right over there about 5 o'clock. So they get nice midday sun. Like I said, you gotta splash a little water on here because I'm on concrete, and the concrete will get hot and will start cooking the planter boxes, which is part of the reason why those sticks are there, is to just get them off so they're not directly in contact with the cement. When they get a little taller and a little bushier, I'm gonna bring them out some, and they should shade themselves and a lot more here. So anyways, just look for a spot in your yard where they get good noontime sun for a few hours and avoid the super serious heat. By the time I got to be 105, the sun was already over there, so that helps a lot. Okay, let's pick them. Later, guys.